Today is 24th of August, the year 2013. I'm as amazed to be here on this date as you are. Somebody asked, apparently, on my website, harlanellison.com, if you want to go and look in there, you'll find me at the Uncle Harlan's Art Deco Dining Pavilion. That's the thread. That's the only place I go. On the internet, I don't go to Twitter, whatever. I don't go to Facebook, but now I have a Facebook channel.
YouTube.
Imagine my surprise.
YouTube.
I mean, I have a YouTube channel. I keep getting those two confused. I don't go on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel. And I understand it's got a following already, and it's gotten many hits from total strangers. And a couple of people have asked questions, and I would like to answer them. Oh, the T-shirt. One of the things I will do each time I appear is wear a different one of my many T-shirts. This one, he said, sitting up, is of the Andy Warhol interpretation of Daffy Duck. And this is a great opportunity for me to wear some of the many hundreds of T-shirts that I've accrued over the millennia. Somebody asked what date the introductory remarks were made, and they were made on the 22nd, which was 2 days ago, the first time that I appeared on this channel. And the 22nd was a good day for me to appear because it was the birthday of two of my favorite people and two friends, one very close, the other one pivotal in my life. The 22nd was the birthday of Dorothy Parker, who would have been 120 years old on that date, on the 22nd, which I guess is Friday. And the other was Ray Bradbury, who just recently died. And Ray and I were very, very close. And so it was a very auspicious day for the launch of the channel, I guess. You can't do better than that. My birthday is the same as Dashiell Hammett's, and not Peter Cushing, but the other Hammer star, Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee and I have the same birthday. Some years ago, we were up in Northern California at a film festival. Christopher Lee and I were both guests of honor, and they prepared a birthday cake for us. So I've shared a birthday cake with Christopher Lee. Not many people can say that. Sweet man. Very sweet man. Good heart. Anyhow, the other question that was asked by somebody via this channel, I guess, was there any story... Well, people are always asking me, what's your favorite story? Well, I got 1,700 stories. I can't tell you which one's my favorite. I guess it's the one I'm working on at the moment. I have personal favorites that I think are better than others. The Man Who Rode Christopher Columbus Ashore, I think it's really good work. And Grail is another one of my favorites. But if there's one story that I wish I had another shot at, I could always have a shot at it if I want to go back to it, it's a story I wrote called The Executioner of the Malformed Children. And it's not a well-known story, and I started writing it, and then for some reason I got distracted to do something else, and I was halfway through it. And when I went back to it to finish it for a deadline, and it appeared in one of the convention books, it was an original for them, I had forgotten the ending. And I had to go all the way back to the beginning and read it and see, well, what does it say to me? And I had forgotten what the original ending was, and so I made up a new ending and wrote it, and it made sense, and it was published, and nobody hit me with stones, but I know that it's flawed, and... so that's the answer to your question. Yes. Nobody ever sets out to write badly. Even the worst hack in the world, even the worst whore in the world, even somebody who's doing it for a penny a word, or to get blue chip stamps, or to work for, the 18th remake of the Three Musketeers. Anybody who's doing anything for $1, at some point, has to pay obeisance to the marketplace. And in a way, if you're not a professional, if you're an amateur looking at this, for instance, and you say, well, then you're a whore. Well, easy enough for you to say, but you whore yourself every day. You go to a job you don't really like, or you put up with bullshit from a supervisor that you don't really like, and you sell your life for whatever the going price is. Writers do that they sometimes take on a job that is not worthy of the top-notch ability they possess. which is to say you never start out trying to write badly or write down because it's a cheap job. You always write at the same level of proficiency. Once you've learned the craft, you never go below that level. Or if you do, it's because you got pleurisy and you're lying in a bed and you don't know what you're doing. There are always exceptions, but for the most part, everybody sets out to do the best job they can. And even when I've written a lot of stories that I now look at and cringe 50 years later, because I was learning, I say, what the hell, the kid did the best he could. He had some chops, and he brought the chops to it, and as we say in Yiddish, lassen gehen, let be. The world will little note nor long remember. So that answers that guy's question.